Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to InfoGamer. I know it's been a while since my last video, but that's because I've been gone away on summer vacation. I went back to visit my hometown for family reunions, and I was gone for about a month. But now I'm home and I'm ready to get back into creating my Unity tutorials. So for this video, I thought I would do a quick and easy debugging video for using the Photon plugin. Alright, so here I have a new multiplayer game that my brother and I have been working on. And a few days ago, I was receiving an error that was pretty annoying and kind of hard to figure out where and why it was occurring. But this error is actually really easy to fix, and so let me show you what this error is. So if I hit play in the editor, and then I click play now to load into the multiplayer scene, I'm not receiving any errors yet, but when I go to the standalone and I click play now, you can see that I'm now receiving this error here. And so I'm just going to pause it, and then I'm going to click on one of these errors because they're all the same. This error says it's an unassigned reference exception, and it says the variable observed components of Photon View has not been assigned. You probably need to assign the observed components variable of the Photon View script in the inspector. Now when you double click on this error, it'll take you to the Photon View script of the Photon plugin. And here you can see that this is just a debug.log error message that is occurring when the observable variable of the Photon View script is equal to null. Now a few videos ago I did show you how to create an observable component for streaming data across the network. And so knowing how to fix this error goes hand in hand with using observable components. Now the reason why I had trouble debugging this error message is because when you double click on the message, it just takes you to this debug.log error message line of code. And while the error message describes what the problem is, it doesn't pinpoint where the exact problem is occurring. I was also having a hard time with this error message because I had made one little tiny mistake by accident that I didn't even realize, and that's when I started receiving the error message. So now that I've shown you what the error message is, let me show you how to fix this problem. So we're going to go back to Unity real quick, and I'm going to stop my game from playing. And then what we need to do is we need to go to our Photon Prefabs, which are found in the resources folder. And we need to go through each one of these prefabs, and we need to look at the Photon View component. Now with the Photon View component, we need to look at the observed components. And you either need to make sure that the observed components array has initialized values, or that the observed option drop-down menu is set to off. And so this prefab is fine, and this prefab is fine, but this prefab is not okay. And you can see right here that it's giving us a warning, which says setting the synchronization option only makes sense, which is funny because this warning message doesn't really make sense. But what's happening is up here in the observed options, I have it set to unreliable on change, but I have no observed components initialized. And so to fix this error, I would either need to make sure that I have an observed component on this object, which I don't, or I need to set the observe options to off. And there we can see that the warning has gone away. And now I'm going to rebuild my project and see if I receive any more errors. So I'm going to click play in the editor. I'm then going to click play now to load into the multiplayer scene. Now at this point previously, I wasn't receiving any errors just yet. It was only after I connected with a second client that I was then receiving errors, which I am no longer receiving any errors. And so it looks like everything's working now. And so just to summarize this problem, this is an error message that the creators of the Photon plugin had hard-coded into their Photon View script for when you're trying to stream data but you don't have any observable components set. Now it's probably unnecessary that they're throwing an error message right here at this point, because if the observable component is not set to anything, or in other words that it's null, then you would just return and do nothing. But I guess they just want to make sure that your project is clean and free from any confusing settings. The nice thing about this error message is that once you know what the problem is, it's really easy to fix. Alright, so that's everything that we're going to cover in this lesson on how to fix that error that you might be receiving while using the Photon plugin. Now if you enjoyed this video and you found it to be informational, then make sure that you give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, make sure that you leave them in the comments below or join our Discord server and ask our community for help. And finally, make sure that you subscribe to our channel so you can be up to date on all our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.